from Raw is that Bray Wyatt is possibly building a casket. Is that what we saw?
Possibly.
I don't want to get out my jump to conclusions, man, because I did that earlier and I thought that they were going to bury Darren Young and ended up turning into a primetime players reunion. So I don't want to get out my jump to conclusions map. But he had the nail and then he was hammering something. We never saw the coffin, if it was a coffin that he was hammering. And he threw some things out there, and I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, but sort of like, what happened to you was terrible, and come find me or I'll find you, and we know where we think we're leading.
We're leading that way.
So, and
speculation
the
is that there may be a gong or two.
At where?
On Raw
next week.
Yeah.
Huh? Like an appearance or just a gong?
No, I bet an appearance.
Oh, we'll see. After Fastlane,
I told you, after Fastlane, he will show up.
After Fastlane is really like, you're on the real Fastlane to WrestleMania.
Right. Once you get past the February pay-per-view, then that's when he shows up.
Yeah. I'm excited. He's got that hair dye on, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's got the hair dye.
He's tanning. He's got the hair dye going. He's ready to go.
Fantastic. I'm still, I don't know. After seeing what I saw last year, I'm still very squeamish.
It's different, though. It's a different style.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about Bray Wyatt hurting him, but I am just a little squeamish about seeing him wrestle again.
Yeah, well.
Speaking of icons wrestling at WrestleMania, you had Hunter come out and talk about Sting accepting the talk. This whole thing is a little silly. Like every week, he invites him to talk. Then he accepts him to invite him to talk. Then he goes out to talk about him, accept talk. They're really milking this. But then we get Ric Flair coming out in the city where he retired, went into the Hall of Fame, never wrestled again. Now,
right.
Just like with Sting, like after WCW, he just disappeared.
Yep, he's been gone for 15 years, and now he's finally back.
Never seen him. He just went away. He just disappeared and went away. That's what it's like when you're in TNA, apparently. Booker T did that for a little bit. Nash did that for a little bit. Flair did that for a little bit. They just went away. It was like an amorphous black hole.
Is that why nobody can find Kurt
Now,
Angle?
of course, according to Dick Carter, these were all TNA stars that jump ship to WWE, right?
Oh, absolutely. They were made in TNA. That's where they got their big breaks, and then WWE came in and stole them.
Big breaks. Sting, big break. Ric Flair, RVD, Hulk Hogan. These are all TNA-made superstars that were now stolen. Josh, is our friend on the line?
Not yet.
And joining us right now is our very special guest for the Fastlane preview portion of the Gator Pit this week. She has her own podcast. She is a former listener to our former podcast. We have been delighted to have spent the last 3 WrestleManias and the next WrestleMania with her. And unfortunately, since I won't be in Dallas for WrestleMania Star, we can't do 5 in a row, but it will be fantastic to see our good, close, personal, longtime friend, Rhiannamator, or however she wants to describe herself. Rhianna, you're on the line.
Hello, boys. How are you?
Wonderful.
Peachy.
Yeah, you could tell. Corey's so happy. He's got his 8 feet. He's got his 8 feet of snow.
I'm so glad you're so very excited to hear me again.
Well,
it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, Corey. This is as excited as Corey gets. He's a little.
Yeah, I know.
He's a little stoic.
I've been up since 5 a.m. It's been snowing for 3 straight weeks. It's just not a good time right now.
Yeah, it's been snowing here too. It snowed today. It sucks.
Snowed today? I had the day off. I had a snow day.
Oh, you poor thing with your 3 inches of snow.
I think it was closer to 5.
Oh, big time over there. 5 inches of snow.
Yeah. Seth Rollins might take 5 inches.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you. I promised I wouldn't make any small package jokes because that's what everyone seemed to make on Twitter.
That and working stiff.
Well, how could you not? So before we get into the Fastlane preview, Rihanna, we had something happen last night on Raw that I wanted to your opinion on. We had Darren Young return and be put with Random Jobber to face the Ascension.
I'm calling him partner.
Partner. Yes, his partner. They emphasized how that was his partner.
And his partner.
And his partner, and that was it. And even Dave Meltzer had tweeted who was that guy. And then today it turned out his name is Kevin Cross, and he's getting a tryout or something.
He looks like Justin Timberlake on steroids.
I'd have to go back and look and see. I honestly thought it would have been hilarious if they had put like a big NXT star as his partner. Like if and exactly the same thing happens.
You know what they should have done? They should have taken Kalisto's mask off and let him be the gay hairstylist.
There you go. Oh my god.
And nobody would have known because they don't really know what he looks like.
Yeah, and he doesn't have like a discerning tattoo or a
Well,
mark.
he actually does have a lot of tattoos, but maybe you put a shirt on him or something like that and just show his face.
Why didn't they think of that?
They're not good enough to think like that. I actually just thought of that.
They don't take the stop and think about it. Although if this guy does get called up, I'm going to be calling him partner for the rest of his career.
Well, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil were seemingly reunited, leaving Slater Gator a miss, and Heath Slater tweeted how he was going to be focusing on himself. He has been something of a tag team specialist. He held the tag titles with Justin Gabriel. He was, of course, in the Nexus. And let's not forget the Core.
Can we forget the Core?
No, we can't forget the Core with 2 R's.
All right.
Wade Barrett and Slater still exist. Big Zeke is in Lucha Underground, and Justin Gabriel has left the company. But Wade and Heath are holding the Core banner, if you will.
Sure.
So, what do you think? Not what you want. What do you think is on the horizon for Heath Slater, also known as Fake Sting?
The Vigilantes.
The Icon.
Not much. Remember his singles career before 3MB? Exactly.
Not especially.
That's what's on the horizon for Heath Slater, probably.
But he's also the last man standing of 3MB. He's the last man standing for all these different groups he's involved in. Is he the Poison?
They all just up and abandon him. What the hell?
Is he the Poison?
No.
Well, it's not Michael Tarver. We know Michael Tarver isn't the Poison.
Because everyone else just keeps going away. He's the one still standing, so he's not the Poison.
No, he is it's the point. He is the Poison. They die, and he still is standing tall.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay. We have to when Vince McMahon wants to inject a lethal dose of poison, he's not calling the NWO. He's calling Heath Slater.
I just want him to become Intercontinental Champion. Just once.
We had this conversation yesterday how that is sort of become meaningless. Even though, God bless his heart, Dean Ambrose was trying to make it interesting.
Yeah, they keep trying to make it interesting, and it just never works because he's going to lose every title match he ever has. Or non-title match, my bad.
It's the Wade Barrett thing, and that happens all the time, and it's
that's happened with the last few champions.
It's so silly. That's a whole other story. How you can rebook the Intercontinental title. That's a whole other story that we can go down. This might be the best Intercontinental title reign that Bad News Barrett has had, because usually he either has a bad title reign, a short title reign, or he gets hurt.
He gets injured.
Yeah, because that last one before he got hurt, it was going really well, I thought.
He has a personality now, so that works too.
He has a big personality.
He's not just bare knuckle brawler.
Alicia Fox saw a lot of personality in him. Is my
impression. Yeah, she did.
A lot of personality in him.
Where are those photos?
They're out there.
There's a lot of photos that we want to see on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said with Josh and Corey that I don't want this to happen, but I think the most hilarious to me would be that if all the NXT divas, the one who ended up having a sex tape was Bayley.
That's awful.
So sweet and innocent.
Exactly. It would probably ruin her career because
anymore.
That's her gimmick. But if we had like the Bayley After Dark video come out,
Bayley like you've never seen her before.
Yeah.
Oh God, she could still go around trying to hug everyone, and now everyone would just be like,
You got the Bull Dempsey cooties on you. We can't.
Oh, that's gross.
No.
That's gross.
I would hope she would.
Too far.
I would hope she would at least have a sex tape with someone who was part of like the top 5 guys. Like, I don't think Owens is doing anything because Owens is doing. He's already gone so far beyond what he should be doing with his wife.
He hit the jackpot.
Yeah, he really did. But it could be Sammy, a Tommy, Baylor, or Neville. I think.
Well, she has a boyfriend.
Or all 4 on 1.
4 on 1.
The 4 on 1 handicap.
When it comes to sex tapes, it doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend or not. Just go with it.
That's right. It doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend. You could still hook up with Eggs, right?
4.
Or
Yeah.
Eggs and Christian and JR and Jerry Lawler.
Wait,
and
what?
Yes. That's the sex tape we're waiting for. Anyway, what we'll probably end up getting is the Becky Finn Balor sex tape. I have strong belief that they are banging all over the Performance Center.
I don't care if that's true or not. I'm going to picture it.
I know you will. Okay. Let's get back on track here on the fast lane to WrestleMania, because I know some of our fans who are a little more serious won't like this sex tape conversation. They didn't like the mannequin conversation last week.
No, that got some bad reviews.
I don't know if it got bad reviews, but
how could you not like a mannequin?
My father was
talking about
happy.
mannequin.
My dad was happy.
The mannequin conversation in our outro song got over huge with Billy over at 4CR.
Love the outro song, by the way. Great job, Josh.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was the first time I've listened to a show I've been on, and I have to compliment Josh on the audio quality, because I listened to a couple of those old episodes of our previous show, and it wasn't so good. And we had an enormous audience even with all those problems. So all we need to do is get a couple of guests and some things going, and the Gator Pit will be just fine. Anyway.
I'm a guest.
Yes, you're something.
You've already got the best, baby, so here we go.
Well, we had Billy come on for the first one, and
I like Billy.
Billy's great. And of course we had Dave the Hat on last time for the Rumble preview.
Oh my God, I need to go back and listen to that then.
You never heard that?
No, I didn't hear that. I haven't listened to a podcast in a little while.
Why are you admitting this on a while? That was a month ago.
Yeah, my streaming at work isn't working very well, so I haven't.
Are you downloading them at least? We need the ratings. We need the ratings. I don't care if you listen, as long as you download.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think we can safely say, Nick, that there was nobody that was in the middle when it came to Dave's appearance on the show.
No, and the reactions. The reactions were exactly what I wanted.
It took a little while to get him going, but once he got him going, then he was.
Oh my God!
And now he's living on his mountain right now.
Oh, is he doing all right? I haven't heard from him in a while, so.
Yeah, he was going to go to Florida, and then now he's on his mountain doing his thing. So.
Yeah,
he might
being shady with me and avoiding me. What's up with that?
I can't discuss that.
You were all he talked about in Philly.
Yeah, all he did was how he wanted you to be there, blah, 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 blah.
Why hasn't he come see me the last couple times we've been together? Come on.
Well, I can't answer that. He's an enigma wrapped in a riddle. He's a vigilante.
Yeah.
Anywho, so we have 5 very exciting matches for this pay-per-view. Is that correct?
Only 5?
I have no idea.
Is the 6-man, is that official?
I don't think that's official. No.
Maybe the brain is at SmackDown tonight. Maybe he'll text me and break some news here on the podcast.
Well, we have on the pre-show, we have a very special Miz TV with Paul Heyman talking about how Brock Lesnar is going to beat whoever he faces at WrestleMania, I expect. And then we're going to get into the meat of the card. Where do we want to start? Wow, there's a lot of title matches here. This is impressive. 5 title matches. Why don't we start with the Usos defending the tag team titles versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And on Raw, there was some dissension that was teased with Natalya getting beaten and Tyson sort of coming in and getting in her face, waving his arms in her face, which you know is